Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Fire Moon. I'm here to do today's daily oracle message for August 11th. See what's going on with the collective. This is just a general reading. So as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. And know that time is fluid. So you could be or the energy could have already been something that is past for you, something you may currently be going through right now, or something that may be to come for you in the future. So, just place it to your respective timeline. Never force for the reading. If it's just not resonating with you today, then it's just not your story. So let's see what messages need to come through for the collective. What messages do we need? Of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, and understanding for the collective today. Messages do we need? I am feeling like a lot of energy like in my mid back, so there could be some lower chakra energy that you may be feeling out there. Definitely could be some sacral and some solar energy. You may be feeling that and may need to, just work on those chakras. But I'm going to see what is coming out today. See if there's a different message possibly that needs to come through for those who may need to hear one at this time. Let's see. I am getting a lot of crown activity as well. So pay attention to that. I know I'm shuffling a lot, but intuitively it's like this is what I'm being guided to do. So just get the cards calibrated to the energy for today. Let's see what messages need to come through. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to see. Know that energy is vice versa or interchangeable. So depending on your story. But we're starting out at the bottom of the deck with resentful, indignant, offended, or bitter. So this could be you or, someone you're connected to. But I believe like you're coming out of this energy. For some of you, this is definitely past energy, and we're relieved up under that. I just feel like some of you may be coming out of this energy. I don't know what, why, like I'm getting like, a parent-child dynamic. So some of you could have been holding on to, resentment from like your childhood or towards, a parental figure. or just, someone who is in authority. But like I said, with that relieved energy, I believe that you're coming out of that. And then with safe up under it, it's like, it says secure, sheltered, and protected. So it's almost like, it's an energy of, how can I put it? Especially if this is that parent-child dynamic. It's like, for some of you, maybe you didn't feel, safe and secure as a child. And you held that type of resentment towards, a parental figure. But again, with relieved and safe, it's almost like you have, cultivated a safe space, within yourself, which, brought on that relief. And, it's almost like what is forcing you to come out of that resentful energy. For some of you, I'm hearing like it's safe for you to love, because maybe, the love that you weren't shown as a child, if it's, resonating that way for you, that's just the storyline I'm getting for today. It's like now that you're coming out of this energy, it, like I just said, I heard it's safe for you to love, because maybe you felt like you weren't enough, with inadequate. But it's, it's all right. So let's see what messages need to come through. For the collective. What messages do we need for today? So for some of you, with the bottom of the deck, we have love at the bottom. This could be going on, within a relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it's just how you connect on an emotional level with others. It doesn't have to be, like I said, romantic, but it could be playing out in that, realm for some of you. But what I'm feeling is like, it's like, through whatever experience you may be going through right now, it's almost like you're coming into one with yourself. Because I also get like the lover's energy off of this, which is like, it's looked at as like a decision, but what I'm feeling is like, the unitement, if that's a word, of your masculine and your feminine energy, which is, yesterday's reading was like, when in doubt, choose yourself, with the lovers being a decision, as well as, that coming together of your masculine and feminine. Some of you have, went ahead and decided to, choose and honor yourself. And that energy can, feel a little scary with the Panicky card, because I'm getting a lot of anxiety, behind doing this. And that's natural, it's normal. But then with shy and confused, it's like, it's almost like the anxiousness is coming out from like, how do I, process all of this? It's, that timid is that, reserved, or shy is that, reserved energy. And some of you are just, almost letting your mind get the best of you. Again, totally normal as well. But I think you're just trying to, figure out how to come out of that energy. The previous energy where you may have, felt, like you weren't enough, with inadequate, feeling self-conscious, or the feeling of being judged. You're, what's the words that I'm looking for? Like, it's almost giving me an energy of just accepting and, nurturing the parts of you that first, like, you weren't aware of, and like the parts of yourself that you kept hidden because of this feeling of inadequacy, or feeling of, being judged or ridiculed. And, again, with this guilt card, and you guys see me shuffle this deck, and it's like, but, we're in the same energy from yesterday, mostly, just in different degrees. But it's like, you're getting rid of that guilt and shame of not feeling inadequate, because it was something that was ultimately keeping you from, balance in a way, because I am getting balance off of that love card. But then we have, excited, which we've been seeing this card a lot this week. And like I said, this is feeling like the internal energy. It almost feels like, a push, like a divine push coming to push you, out of this energy and, into the energy of, being vulnerable, allowing, what's leaving to leave, whether it's people, places, things, feelings, thoughts, allowing it to just, like, it's like you're almost, I feel like you're being assisted with weathering this, storm per se. But, we're going to see what's the cause of this anxiety. Tell me about Panicky. Why is Panicky here? Because like I said, I just feel like it's anxiousness. And you're like badly wanting to come out of it. Because it's like you feel like, I feel like an energy of, just drowning emotionally. Tell me about Panicky. So coming out for Panicky, we have depressed, angry, and confident. This angry, I feel, is just like a block that, because you're in this anxious mode, feeling weighed down by, your emotions, the angriness is, that energy is like almost playing out as angry. But I see it as a block from, it's creating a block from you going ahead and just, just stepping into the energy. Because mentally, you're over processing, it's like you're almost like fueling your thoughts in the wrong way. And where the fuel would be the fire, and, the water would be, what you're feeling, it's creating steam, So it's like it's almost giving me like an energy of burning out. But it's almost like with this fulfilled card, like, for some of you, I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like it's just you being stubborn with the fulfilled card coupled with stress. But it's also like, some of you may even be, because fulfilled says satisfied, self-actualized, and realized. Some of you may be, realizing that this energy is not conducive to your fulfillment. It's like, it's going to like almost push that feeling of fulfillment that you want away. You can't see the stars if it's cloudy out. So what's the hesitancy with shy? Tell me about shy. Well, we can clarify these both together, yeah. Shy, and give me one for confused. Give me one for confused. Yeah, because it's like you're causing this stress by, just resisting, the process. You're causing the stress. And with free coming out, clarifying the confused card, it's like you want out of it. You want to come out of this state of, like not knowing, which way is up, which way to go, what to do. But, it's you creating that block. And then it's, all of this energy is behind that, hopeless, longing, and frustrated. So this excited card is like, just go, for what you know. Like, just, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. So just, like, just dive into that energy. Look at the colors on these cards. Like, just allow yourself. I sit with this excitement, because for some of you, I feel like it's the divine coming in and, giving you a push, but you're resisting it. And for some of you, this is how you're feeling, like you want to go after something, whatever it is, but you're fighting that feeling of being vulnerable. Because for some of you, you feel like you don't have anything to offer, like you don't feel like what you have is enough. Maybe some of you are feeling like you're lacking the creativity to do something, or you're trying to tap into your creativity. But when you step into this energy, which is like the fool travels lightly. So you're trying to, like, attain something, or you want to attain something, still pulling all this baggage. And with curious at the bottom, it's like you're searching. You're searching for something. And it's like you're getting mad at yourself with the hateful card, because you're feeling like, you're, like I said, this is just like the energy from yesterday, just a little different. But, it's causing you to feel, disappointed or defeated, or feeling like you may have lost an opportunity. But it's you causing your own resistance, trying to, like, stay comfortable in, what you already know, but you don't obtain something new by staying in, familiarity. And it's like almost like a false sense of security, with powerless and safe. And like they say, there's no growth in comfort. In order for you to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable. So what's vulnerable? And then we'll get the guidance or advice. Yeah, and some of you, like, not for nothing, it's just the battle of, like, the ego and the self with proud, and that, it's pride, but it's not serving you, because the idea of being vulnerable overwhelms you, but it's like you're sulking in your sadness because it's like you truly want to allow this energy in, but it's like you don't know, it's like you're stressing yourself out about how you're going to handle everything. And like I said, you can't attain new things or step into an energy of newness when you have all of that, when your hands are full. You have to release. There's a release that's needed. And it's, some of you are just, sulking and feeling sorry for yourself, but that doesn't help either. It's like you almost have to surrender to pride. But, you're afraid because, your ego is going to tell you, like, no, don't do this, no, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Like, it's gonna talk you out of the very thing that you need to do. But it's your job to, push it to the side. And if you're feeling something, don't fight that feeling. Allow yourself to, explore it. Well, what's the guidance or advice, Spirit? What's the guidance or advice? What's the guidance or advice for the collective? That's too many. What's the guidance or advice? Alright, so the guidance or advice is relieved and discouraged. Which I feel like the relieved card is like, it's like, first of all, just be easy with yourself, number one. And with discouraged, it's like, I always say, because I like how this deck depicts the discouraged and the encouraged. Just because, you may have, like we see in the photo, fell off a bike, lost your bearings, something not working out, it doesn't mean that you just completely give up. You're gonna, it's like you fall one time off a bike, you're never gonna ride a bike again. That's unrealistic, saying it like that. But this is like the processing through what I'm seeing in the cards that, you may be having at this time. And it's like, nobody wants to feel vulnerable. Nobody wants to, keep going into situations that don't work out, or that, work out for a little time. And then, it turns out to be something that you thought you wanted, but then you didn't. But then you don't want to come out of that energy because, it's all you've known, or it's comfortable, or it's safe. You're blocking your own self from what we came here to do, which is to experience and live and follow our hearts, follow what we feel. And because then that pride energy goes away. But as long as you keep, honoring or serving your ego and this pride energy, you're going to keep feeling hopeless. You're going to keep longing. And, feeling frustrated. And, you're going to be watching other people, fulfill their needs or get, seem like they're getting what they want. And then you still harboring this resentful energy. And it's like, why though, when the same is available to you? You have to let that pride go. And I'm being guided to pull an empowering question for you all, because it may just be something, you know, that you're not seeing right now because you're in like this funk due to wanting out but not wanting to act on it, is what I'm feeling. And you know, so I'm gonna get an empowering question for y'all if you're resonating with this today, because I'm feeling, you know, guided to, and it just may be something that you need to ask yourself and, you know, just ponder upon as well. So what question do we need for the collective who is resonating with this spread and this energy? What may they need to ask themselves in order to best rectify this energy? And you can't make this up, and this is just the bottom of the deck. What is my biggest dream? What can I do today to move closer to that dream? Now let's see, what question do we need? Give me one more. Oh, that's too many, Spirit. It's a whole stack. Give me less cards, please. Less cards, please. Alright, so the first one is, what or who am I beneath all of my roles? And I was automatically drawn to the shy card because some of you guys are hiding, you know, who you truly are away. Because you're, you know, there's a fear of how you're going to be, you know, looked at, or feeling that you're going to be judged. And like I always say, if you're around people that do that to you, they're not your people. And then, oh my God, this is so perfect. How and how often do I give myself permission to enjoy life? How do I feel then? And for some of you, you know, if this is something that you've learned in childhood when we started out at the bottom of the deck, and with that energy, it's like you never allowed yourself to be yourself. So some of you need to, you know, you may need to ask yourselves, like, how do you allow yourself, like, and I believe I said it as I was reading, you know, the spread here, how do you allow yourself to enjoy life? Do you give yourself permission, like, or are you just, you know, doing stuff because of this right here, because of, you know, it feeds your ego, it stimulates you in a certain way? But I can tell just from this spread that that energy is fleeting, because you're in this panicky energy. We got freaking you wanting to set yourself free from it. So that is a good, like, allow yourself the permission to go and step into this energy. You have to give yourself permission to enjoy life how you see fit. Because, and then again with that second question, how do I feel then? If some of you have never allowed yourself to, or given yourself permission to enjoy life as you see fit for you, some of you don't even know how it would feel. And some of you are afraid of that because it's unknown. So you have to give yourself the permission to do that. And I'm going to be one to tell you, like, it is the most scariest shit I've ever done in my life. But on the other side of it, it was the best thing I could have allowed myself to do for me outside of everything, because it's not like I'm not going to be the reader to tell you that I never went through this stuff. And it's almost like through my own journey as a reader, in order for me to sit here and do these readings for, you guys who are, wanting to work on yourself, because I said I'm not going to put myself out there and help those who don't want to help themselves. I can't carry the load for you. All I can do is be a teacher and a guide. But in order for me to do that, I have to go through this. And it's not, for me, this is not anything that I'm currently going through. It's just, I can resonate with the energy, and I have the experience to, back it up. So then that way I can sit here and do this with you guys. I'm not one of those readers that act like I have it all together, because I don't. And like I always say, if I don't feel like doing a reading, I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to sit and advise anyone of some advice that I didn't already take for myself, or advice that I wouldn't take for myself. But I've learned through my own personal journey that I have to take my own advice before I can give advice. And I've learned that, it works much better that way. So, I've been through this. My journey started in 2019, and here I am in 2021, and I could never see myself on camera doing what I'm doing right now, because I don't like attention. Number one, I'm a very private person, and I don't care like what goes on now, and I mean this in the most respectful way. Like, I can't worry about nobody else. I have my own life to figure out as well. So I don't care, what other people are doing, or how people are, in the beginning I was like, yo, people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy. But it took me going through the experience, like, no, I'm not crazy, and we're all going through this. I've just owned up to it. And once I stepped into that energy, it helped me elevate to be able to sit here and do this for you guys right now. And no, it doesn't make me better. No, I don't feel like I'm, high and mighty, because I don't. Because there are times when you guys see my channel is shut down because energetically I'm overwhelmed. And I'm, the awakening and the processing, it doesn't stop. But I know that what I'm doing and how I'm doing it is for me, is to make me better. When I first, got introduced to tarot, I was scared as hell, because I've been told, like, for so long that it was something that, oh no, you shouldn't do. But then I'm like, well, I started seeing how it started changing me on the inside. And there was, like, I'll tell you right now, I know I'm not perfect, and I don't try to be. And I don't walk around judging people and doing, I don't do that. I've never done it, and it's not an energy that I deal with. But, I'm able to, see all sides of something. And anybody that knows me personally, in my personal life, they know, like, you can call me. And, a lot of people, come to me as that mentor or that guide. And technically I was reading energy before I even touched the cards, but I didn't know it. I didn't know. I wasn't aware of what I was doing, but I the people that were around me, it was, detrimental to, helping them. But I also had to learn that, some people really want the help because they want to make their lives better. And some people want you to be their go-to person. But then when I was going through my shit, I had nobody there. So it forced me to, like, now it's time for me to do what I have to do for me outside of everybody else. And I begged and I pleaded, like, do you want me to do this, God? Is this something that I should be doing? And it was like I was constantly getting punched in the face by it. Like, you can do it. So that's why, I come through as the messenger. I'm not, you know, into, certain readings, and, shout out to, all of the readers out there, because everybody is here to help certain people. Whether you feel like you're on the light side or on the dark side, is no shade or nothing to any of the readers out there. But I just know that my mission is for, to help those that want to help themselves and is willing to do the work. Because, like I said, it's not easy. It's very, very hard. It's the hardest shit I've ever done. But when I look back, and it's to the point where I've stopped looking back because the confirmation comes through almost immediately. I love that for me. And I'm not going to be the reader to constantly focus on love and, oh, you're getting money, you're getting... No, because that's not what it's about. It's about the evolution of, and soul growth of you as an individual. And that's what my goal is with my channel. So, I see, like, I know I may not have 1,000 views or, 1 million followers. And I'm not here for that. I could care less. It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. And whoever needs to get these messages, they will get them. And I'm cool with that. I don't do it for money. You guys don't see me asking nobody for money, because it's not about that. Because my money, I can't, it's not something physical. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, my money is spiritual. I'm spiritually rich. And that's worth more than any dollar. And I'll take that over all of it. Like, because I know, like, I'm doing what I was guided to do. I love it, number one. And, if it, when the time comes for me to, profit, I will. But I am profiting. But just because it's in ways that society deems, ain't popping, or, whatever the case may be, that's on y'all. Like, whatever. I'm in, like, my currency is something different. And that's basically the only way that I can put it. But it doesn't mean that I'm lacking either. So, like, it's all in perspective. It's all in perspective. So I didn't mean to get so deep on this, but it came out for a reason. And, I'm just doing what's best for me and mine. And, it is what it is. I have to, I have an example to set too as a parent. But in order for me to, do anything, I have to make sure that internally and spiritually that I'm straight. So I'm not doing nothing, for anything, for anyone, but for me. All right, so I do thank y'all for tuning in with me on this daily, sending love and light out to you all. And if it resonated, I appreciate it. And as always, I'm sending love and light out to you all. I hope everyone enjoys their day. And, I will see you guys on the next one. All right? Later.